Hi, welcome to Betsy's Premier League Preview Week 15, coming to you from a rather different place and a couple of extra guests for us as well. I'm Alan McInally, ex-Bayern Munich striker and Sky Sports Soccer Saturday pundit, and welcome to our BetSafe Preview. With me as ever, City striker, ex-City striker, Paul Dickov, ex-heavyweight Premier League manager, Harry Redknapp, and delighted to say light welterweight and welterweight world champion Ricky Hatton, coming to you from Ricky Hatton's Boxing Gym Academy. Rick, welcome. Big Man City fan as well. By the way, your facilities here are absolutely fantastic.
No, it is. It makes me feel very, very proud when I come to work every day. You know, funny enough, the gym I first started was only down the road, and the paint was hanging off the wall, and the water was coming in the ceiling when I first started that. So when I come to these facilities every day, it makes me feel very, very proud. And to be honest with you, we've got everything me fighters need here to make themselves the best they can possibly be. You know what I mean? Now, all the top fighters now they need the nutritional advice, they need the strength advice, and they've got it all under one roof here. So you know, very, very proud. Yeah.
Harry and I are desperate for you to take him into that ring for a bit. Anyway, listen, we'll get to that later on. We have all done trebles for you. You know that Paul and Harry and I do trebles every week for our Premier League preview. Well, we've added Hatton's treble as well. Let's start then with the Dickov treble. Swansea, Burnley and Liverpool. Swansea to beat Sunderland.
Yep, Sunderland.
Hey, listen, they've actually picked up a wee bit.
3 wins in the last 4, I think it is. But I just look, Swansea, was it 2 weeks ago scored 5, last week conceded 5.
Yeah, exactly.
I think for Bob Bradley and Swansea being at home, that's a game that they've got to win. You know, they had a great result against Palace.
Yeah, brilliant
that
result,
ridiculous game. It was a 4-2 down, whatever it was, coming back and winning 5-4. And I think that getting the home fans behind them again, that's the reason I went for them. Now, it's early doors, but I think it's a must-win game for Bob Bradley. I do.
You've gone for Swansea as well, Harry?
Yeah, I'm on the side. It's a massive game, and you know, it is a must-win game. If they can't win on the weekend, Swansea at home, they're banging. They are in deeper trouble.
Sunderland have done all right.
Sunderland have picked up. I saw Sunderland a few weeks ago at Bournemouth. I went to the game, and they won there 2-1, but they were wide open. I mean, Bournemouth missed so many chances. I've just got to. I still think Sunderland could well go down. I think Hull, Sunderland, I think they're back. Swansea are banging it as well. You know, there's 4 or 5 teams down there. Any of them could go, but these two are both right in the mix.
Your second one, Burnley at home to Bournemouth. I think this is a big shout, actually. I know that Bournemouth got that brilliant, unbelievable comeback against Liverpool, but I would imagine, is it because Burnley at home, their form's pretty good at home?
That's all day long while when, you know, beat Liverpool, they have picked up some great results. They were really unlucky against Man City a couple of weeks ago. You know, they went 1-0 up and turned it into a really scrappy game which Man City didn't like. Bournemouth, if it was all the way about and Bournemouth were at home, I would have took Bournemouth all day long. But I just think Bournemouth not travelling great.
No, not particularly.
Yeah, tough place to go to.
They need a win. I think they've lost their last 3 games now, Burnley. That's the main reason why I went for them.
Good to watch Bournemouth though, aren't they?
Pardon?
Bournemouth, good to watch.
Yeah.
Exciting, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. To be honest with you, there's no easy games, is there? You know, in the Premiership. You know, it's Bournemouth, Swansea, Burnley, as we just mentioned. You know, no easy places to go to. I mean, my treble. Obviously, what we get to, I seem I've played
1-4 his treble. Hang on, Man City, Liverpool, and Chelsea really pushed that boat out. Well, we've done the Burnley one. Then let's talk about. You've got your first one is Liverpool. Liverpool at home to West Ham, who are struggling so badly.
Right down near the bottom. You know, I've played it safe, but they're not foregone conclusions.
No,
you know what I mean? When
you'll still get 3s, 4s the treble.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And you know, City, Leicester. You know, City should be murdering Leicester, but when you see, they're still very hit and miss for me. City, they couldn't have been any more on top against Chelsea, and then they just fell to pieces. So you know, you can't say that we're going to, you know, it's going to be a foregone conclusion against
Liverpool.
Leicester played well here last year, Ricky, didn't they? Leicester came here last year and took Man City to pieces, didn't they?
And no Aguero and no Fernandinho either.
True.
Aguero's a huge miss, but I mean, we've spoke a lot. Fernandinho is the one for me.
He's been playing brilliant. He's been playing absolutely brilliant. And to be honest with you, Aguero, he had the sending off. I think that's down to City just being so up and down at the minute. I think he's just frustrated. The ninth of him, you know, he's you know, you look at Ronaldo and Messi, you've got to stick him just behind them in some ways. But the last couple of years, he's not hit the ground racing for me. He's still still some player, but I think he's just, he's not really an aggressive type player, is he? But
No,
I mean,
he's
he's
not,
just, he's just frustration. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, he's got something to prove, I guess. But I think they'll play him.
Yeah.
Again, certainly in the Champions League,
So Liverpool 40-13 was the first one for Rick, and then of course Man City at Leicester. I mean, I don't think it's going to be easy for them, but I mean, there's still going to be odds on City to win the game, and I must admit, although both are odds on, I think City is probably the bet of the weekend. I really like it. I mean, I just do not see Leicester turning City over. I'm sorry.
Well, I was with City at the start of the year, but I'm like Rick just said. You're not sure.
No, they're still very up and down.
You just can't. You're not sure what you're going to get, are you?
I think it's. Does he know his best team yet? I think it's 46 changes he's made.
I don't think he knows his best system either. That bothers me. I mean, why did they change the system on Saturday? Why did he go and play with Fred? Why did he match Chelsea up?
It worked for 60-65 minutes, didn't it?
I did the game on Sky, and I said I think because he thinks he's the top tactician, he's the best formation organiser. He could, whatever way team he's got, he can play them that way. And to be fair for a spell, he kind of got it right
He did.
until De Bruyne misses the chance and the game changes.
If that goes in, I think City going in.
But it's strange how teams keep changing. I mean, suddenly teams are playing Chelsea and suddenly they're playing the same system as Chelsea to match them up. Everton went there and did it and Everton got slaughtered. I don't know why teams, if you play the way you play.
But it's the first time he's been so used to success, and all of a sudden City are up and down and it's a miss. I mean, he's probably not used to it.
No.
Do you know what I mean? And the goal, I mean, who can I tell Guardiola what he should be doing in that? This goalkeeper situation.
That's a problem, isn't it? It's a real problem.
In the Premiership, it's going to be a lot difficult to do that. When we played our best win of the season against Barcelona, was when the keeper kept putting his foot through it. Sometimes you have no choice, don't you? Put the foot through it. The back four moved up to the halfway line, and Messi was in middle of his own half for the whole second half. Do you know what I mean?
He's probably going to be pretty stubborn about this goalkeeping situation, Guardiola.
Oh yeah,
He's made the decision that Joe's not for him.
No.
And he's got Willy Caballero and Claudio Bravo, and he's going to stick with them, isn't he?
Absolutely. Yeah. Although he did buckle this year, didn't he? With Toure, he bought him back, didn't he? It looked like there was no way back for him.
I think that's a nonsense, Harry, by the way. They're bringing him on Saturday morning to change the game, and he's not even been playing. I think it's a complete nonsense.
Well, when he came back in the side, though, he did ever so well, didn't he? When he first came back, he was fantastic.
You're bringing Yaya Toure on for the last 15 minutes to turn the game against Chelsea, and Chelsea are flying. I'm like, do him. I don't think you're even being fair to Yaya Toure there.
No, I give Yaya Toure a lot of credit.
I like him, but not to bring him on for 15 minutes.
He looks fit, he looks lean, he looks like the Yaya Toure he was 18 months ago, 2 years ago, right, didn't he? He's lost a bit of weight.
Yeah, well, you see, he might have got the ump a little bit. We've got it all. Not looking too keen on him. I think he got the bit between his teeth and he's come back
to prove a point.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, everybody thinks that Man City are going to be the team to win. Harry, you've also thrown in Southampton at home to Borough.
Yeah, I mean Southampton again.
Borough won 1-0 against Hull on Monday night, didn't they?
They did, yeah. I mean they've been steady. They've done well, Middlesbrough. They're for a team that's got promoted. They're hanging in. They're sort of. They're the one at that bottom group who could stay in the league this year. Could sneak out of it. But Southampton at home are a dangerous team. They're not a bad home side, although they've got a big game Thursday night, Southampton.
Yeah, very big
in the Europa League. So they're going to have to put a good side out. So Thursday, Sunday again. But I still just about fancy Southampton. Charlie Austin scoring goals at the moment and doing very well. I think they've
done brilliant, in Southampton. I think the last couple of years, we've spoken about it before.
I spoke to Eric Black in the week, incidentally. He's thinking, the whole feeling at Southampton is brilliant.
If you look at the players they've lost, the managers have lost, to go in this season and do as well as they've done, it's been great.
Absolutely. Would you agree with that, buddy? Southampton to beat Borough? I mean, I know it was a good result for them Monday night, but they're still kind of pushing rope up a hill a bit, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a bit 50-50 game if I'm honest. You could touch a coin for that one for me. But I think Middlesbrough...
Away from home, they've been poor, right, Borough.
I don't know. I think they went to Arsenal. Got a result.
Well, to be fair, they went to Man City and got a result.
I actually think the way they played them, a better set-up away from home.
Man City should have battered them, shouldn't
they should have been fine.
That's the frustrating with City, you know, you think to yourself, if City can just put a run together, everyone beat each other, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, they're still up there, but you know.
Well, Chelsea have shown it, and if you put it on, they lost start of the season, didn't start well. You know, just went in, what was it, 7 games now, 8 games now, and they're back up top.
Because don't forget, I was used to, you know, when City first won the league a few years back, every week there was a 3-0, a 4-0, a 3-1, a 4-0. We're just not showing any of that form lately.
So then, vulnerable at the back then, so is that what you're saying?
I don't think Stones is. I think he's a hell of a player. You know, youngster, hell of a player, but he's summing City up. He's a bit to miss. Do you know what I mean? Some days you look at him, you think, what a cracking signing he is, and then some days he's not quite at the races. So. Yeah, that back four seems to be the main problem with the Blues.
Yeah.
The Hatton treble, City, Liverpool and Chelsea at home to West Brom, who incidentally, Tony Pulis, so let's go start with you, Harry. Tony Pulis, what a job he's done with West Brom so far.
Great job, yeah.
Although going to Chelsea would be a little bit more.
Yeah, and I think Chelsea will turn them over. I think West Brom will finish middle of the table game, won't they? You know, but Tony's done a good job.
Top of the
At the moment, they
6th
are.
or 7th anyway, aren't they?
Yeah.
And another brilliant result last week for them.
Tony needs to do a good job. Keep paying back that bill to Crystal Palace. He needs all the win bonuses he can get at the moment.
He can get it.
That would have hurt that, wouldn't it?
Not unsurprising you've gone for Chelsea though. By the way, I've slaughtered Rick's treble, but the more we've been talking about it, I'm thinking
he's going to go back at
these are 41.
Yeah.
Might actually go, and remember, all you need to do is go to betsafe.com. We don't have Ricky's prices, we have the boys' prices, or all our prices rather. If you go to betsafe.com, click on the link, and of course I will remind you, if you're a new customer and you're just watching this BetSafe preview, you have a £10 bet, we will give you £20 absolutely free. Chelsea.
Yeah, I think they've just battered us, haven't they? Do you know what I mean? And they you know,
Ricky hopes his treble goes down. He hopes Chelsea get the beat.
Yeah.
City win.
Well,
But they're hard to bet against you now, aren't they?
Yeah, we I'd like to think we're their nearest rivals, and that was a massive statement they've made by whooping us. You know, so I think they're going to go into the game full of beans. You know, so yeah, I've gone for them. Yeah.
Costa he's so dangerous. I mean, he's got another goal, and an important goal as well, considering it made it 1-1 just straight after the chance of De Bruyne. He's on 11. He's not going to not score against West Brom, is he?
Nah, and he looks back to what he was 2 years ago.
What an handful, isn't it, at the moment?
Do you know what it seems to have lost?
Is he quicker than you?
He's not lost these. He's still aggravating people without getting involved too much.
He's like you still.
He's winding them up and then taking them.
Oh, I'd like to make a comeback and fight him.
By the way,
he's hard work at times.
keep your eye on betsafe.com for a boxing preview for Hatton against Costa. I'm saying it goes the distance. No chance. He is one of those players you're like, whoa.
You know, to be honest with you, this man, when he was at Arsenal, I hated him. And then he come to City, you love him, don't you? Because costume is exactly up the same. You know, you'd love him in your team, wouldn't you? But, you know, if you play against him, you know.
To be fair, he could play, Harry. Can't he?
Yeah.
I mean,
Fantastic player.
But I thought...
He looks quicker now, you're right. Sharper.
Do you know what I was really impressed with? I thought he's all round. I thought for the first time, did he look more of a team player on Saturday?
He was getting it, holding it up, getting it off, whereas last season he was getting it. He was head down and trying to run.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Do you not think he's a bit more of a team player this year? Do you think is that Conte then?
Well, yeah, he seems to have. But I don't know whether last year what his relationship was like with Mourinho early on. It seemed there was there'd be problems at the club for Chelsea to be playing so bad. I mean, it was impossible. They win the league the year before, suddenly they can't win a game. I mean, it was just amazing, wasn't it? All them good players. Hazard, none of them performing, you know.
Exactly.
They all look as if they're enjoying playing in that system as
Very
well,
much.
don't they?
I mean, he brings Fabregas in, who hadn't really been getting a thing, and nobody's talking about Fabregas, but he did his job brilliant.
His ball for Costa's goal was fantastic.
Brilliant. And the likes of, I mean, we talk about City having a good squad. I mean, it's not a bad player to bring in Fabregas for Chelsea, is it?
No, he's not. It's a big surprise when they left Matic with a little injury, because they went on. I mean, look at the difference we just spoke about. City making 46 changes. Chelsea have made 6 or 7 all season.
I mean, you guys know football more than me. You know, surely you've got to get used to playing with the person next to you. Haven't you? I don't.
Yeah.
You know,
No, you do.
You know,
of course you do. Yeah.
And the more he's changing it, you know. Having said that, if you're a world-class player, should you be able to play with whoever. You know, if you're on the money, that was some
What
of
would
them
you do,
are
Harry? Did you rotate a lot, or did you keep...
No, I think they play, you know what I mean? You get your team, you're winning, you want to keep playing your best team.
Yeah.
But the big thing with Chelsea this year as well, they've got no European games, have they?
Exactly.
They've got 3 weeks, you know, they play Saturday. Man City got to play again tonight, you know. Chelsea going Saturday to Saturday. Lovely, you know, work your week out. Training, bit of training.
Look at the top two, Chelsea and Liverpool, without European football, and they've been consistent.
Christmas coming up, it's tough, always tough, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Well, we can't talk about our trebles without mentioning a big game at the weekend as well, although none of us have taken any of this. It's Manchester United versus Spurs, Harry.
Yeah, well, Spurs, Spurs look good.
I mean, could you bet Man United with any confidence at the moment?
No, I think Tottenham could go there and turn them over.
I think you've got them in your treble, haven't you?
Sorry, I have.
You got Man United?
That's why I wanted to leave them there.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I did the treble last week. I did West Brom, thanks very much. I did Borough, thanks very much. I did Everton beat United. Now, to be fair, Man United, they did well. Stecklenburg kills me, his decision to come out and it finishes 1-1. And with Harry, I need to go Spurs. I think they'll create more chances. I know the game's at Old Trafford, but the way they're playing, I've got to be with Spurs.
Yeah,
Do you think I'm putting my neck in the block a bit?
Old Trafford doesn't seem the fortress it was now,
Correct.
does it?
I agree with you, Rick. I don't think it's anywhere near what it's like. And I think a lot of teams will go there thinking, if we put them under any pressure whatsoever...
Well, how many times, I mean, as a City fan, when we used to go to Old Trafford years gone by, we used to dread it. But I think even the no disrespect to them, the bottom rung teams now who are in that relegation zone, I think they'd still go there thinking they can get results.
Yeah.
You know,
If you went there and you got a draw, you were absolutely delighted. Now, teams are going there expecting...
Well, how many teams have done? I mean, Burnley have already done it this season. Stoke went there this season as well. West Ham did it as well. You know, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Listen, Manchester United could easily turn Spurs over. I just think it's a really tough game.
But Tottenham have got good players. You look at Tottenham's team. No, I was at the Chelsea game the other week. For 40 minutes, they murdered Chelsea. They were different level to Chelsea, at Chelsea. And then Chelsea scored the equaliser right on half-time. It changed the game, you know.
Well, let's do the thing that you always love to do. And I know this is only a Premier League preview, but how many Man United players get in the Spurs team? That's your favourite one, aren't you? Because we always do this one, don't we?
Last night.
And Zlatan? Maybe.
Ahead of Kane?
Harry Kane, I'll take Harry Kane.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
I'll take Harry Kane.
Okay, Rooney's not going to be playing at the
I might
moment.
stay out of this because I get accused of my bias in the Manchester side.
Yeah, but you don't, okay,
I'll join you.
How many?
You go through them quickly. The two both got good fantastic goalkeepers.
Yeah,
they're both great.
Correct.
I mean, but then the back four, Tottenham's back four, every one of them. Yeah. Walker, Rose, the two Vertonghen,
and Alderweireld.
Yeah, different class.
Tottenham get better players.
It's amazing when you think like that, and yet, you know, we're making a case for Manchester United because of Man United, but they're just miles away from what they are, right, aren't they?
Yeah. No, the back four for Tottenham.
Stronger.
Going to take some breaking down. Ibrahimovic, what's he called? Stefan.
Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, he's not, looking. You're not looking great.
See, all of a sudden,
not scaring centre halves to death for the size of him.
No, exactly. All of a sudden, my trebles. Yeah, Man United are 70. Okay, we're nearly there. Actually, delighted to say we're in Ricky Hatton's boxing gym. Something different, and we will have a boxing preview for a big weekend of boxing with Anthony Joshua fights Eric Molina. Just going to do it quickly, then go through the trebles. Dickov, Swansea, Burnley, and Liverpool. McInally, Everton, Man City, and Spurs. Redknapp, Swansea, Liverpool, Southampton, and Ricky Hatton's treble at 1 to 10. Odds on Betsy. Man City, Liverpool, and Chelsea 2-1. We don't have any prices, but if you want them, go to betsave.com, click on our treble prices special, and have a bet. I will remind you, if you're a new customer and you're just watching, if you fancy our trebles, you have a £10 bet, we will give you £20 absolutely free. That was a preview of week 15 in the special Ricky Hatton boxing gym. Delighted to say thanks to Paul Dickov, to Harry Redknapp, and more importantly to Ricky Hatton. Good luck to all the fighters, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
And continued success with the gym.
Yep, thank you very much.
Brilliant. Remember, you've got to be in it to win it. And remember, we have a very, very, very special boxing preview for this weekend for Joshua against Molina. You've got to be in it to win it. And don't forget, Best price, bet safe.